morning. First name Majid, M-A-J-I-D. Last name Mustafa, M-U-S-T-A-F-A. Chicago Police Officer, 2nd District. Thank you guys all for coming out. A lot of people were asking how did this fundraiser come into play. Real short story. When I was in the 19th District under the command of back then Lieutenant Jasani, who's the commander now, we got out a roll call with my partner, who unfortunately could not be here today for an emergency. Went to Dunkin' Donuts to get a cup of coffee, had my credit card out to pay, and we were advised that the person in front of us paid the bill for us. So I turned around to see if there was anyone behind us, so if I could take care of the bill. Unfortunately, at that time there was not. So from that day, that's where the idea came in, that what are we gonna do to give back? So we threw a couple of ideas out, and Get Behind the Vest came into mind. One thing that we decided early on is that we're not gonna ask fellow police officers for donations. So we said, well, let's ask businesses. With our schedule and my partner's schedule, working third watch, which is basically the whole middle of the day, we had to do all of our fundraising either before our shift started or after our shift started. So over the course of 4 months, we started asking donations from fellow businesses around the city of Chicago, and here we are today. So I would like to call my sergeant, who I call Sergeant of General Orders. He's got the general orders memorized like the encyclopedia. I would like to invite him up so both of them could unveil the magic number who nobody knows yet.
Top. Just step out and see it.
And Sergeant Zach, can you know if you pull it out?
Wow, big number. Thanks. Appreciate it.
No problem. I'd like to invite the Director of Operations of the Chicago Police Memorial Foundation so the superintendent could hand over the check over to you.
On behalf of the dedicated officers of the Chicago Police Department, Joe,
Thank you,
here you go. $1,600 for Behind the Vest. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Joe Salemme, S-A-L-E-M-M-E. I'm the Director of Operations for the Chicago Police Memorial Foundation. And I'd like to thank Officer Mustafa of the 2nd District and Officer Rinaldi of the 17th District for putting the time, blood, sweat, and tears into raising this large number for our Get Behind the Vest program. Our Get Behind the Vest initiative was started in 2014, and since then we've raised money for over 12,000 vests for officers whose vests have expired or are about to expire, thus ensuring them with the highest protection possible, which is the very least we can do for our officers who are out there every day risking their lives for us. Again, thank you.
So just a few comments. First of all, I want to thank Officer Mustafa and Officer Rinaldi, who couldn't be with us here today, who spearheaded this initiative, as you heard, and did all the fundraising on their own time. They did all this to give back to their fellow officers and to help give the families of officers receiving new vests a little peace of mind that their loved ones have new vests for better protection in active situations. Officer Mustafa and Officer Rinaldi were thinking of their fellow brothers and sisters at Chicago Police Department instead of themselves. Really selfless work. Really appreciate it. Very proud of you both. And thanks for wearing this uniform. That's what wearing this uniform is all about, and I couldn't be more proud of their efforts. I also want to thank all those who donated to this fundraising effort. Donors from all across the city helped make today possible, and I'm grateful for their contribution to keep officers as safe as possible. In addition, I also want to acknowledge Joe at the Chicago Police Memorial Foundation and the entire team for working day in and day out to provide officers resources and the families of our fallen and critically injured. This fundraising effort shows that officers look out for one another and how our community members, those donors, look out for us, making sure our officers have these vests that could potentially save their lives. I have said it time and time again, this is the most dangerous time to be a police officer. Chicago police officers risk their own lives to protect the public every single day. Thank you all who were involved in this effort. My appreciation and the appreciation of our Chicago Police Department cannot be expressed in words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good job, guys.